Hey, good morning YouTube. Marco here, and today I'm going to show you the outside of Galleria Mall. That right there would be Galleria Mall Drive. That'll be the entrance to this shopping center. You're going to have some businesses around the mall's perimeter. Today I'm going to take you on a jog around the mall, get a good lay of the land, see what's out here, and then around the way back we will focus on the businesses around. So right in front of me you got a Kohl's, all right next to the Dillards. I'm gonna try to kind of find a good way to film this here. I don't want to get too close to the buildings and have you kind of lose your sense of direction out here. I'm going to start jogging today. I wanted to do a jog where I'd be doing more so running than stopping to look at business hours in close proximity. It's important that I get a jog in today. I got to say, I have gained about 12 pounds in a week. Terrible. Sometimes I can turn a cheat day into a cheat week. I got a new job, so naturally I had to got to celebrate that with some pizzas, slushies, fast food, ice cream, and then there was WWE SummerSlam was yesterday and Saturday, so my diet just kind of went out the window for the week, but that's okay because it kind of gives me something to keep working for. Over here it's advertising Kohl's, JCPenney's ditch to the left, Dillards and Macy's over to the right. This is again Galleria Mall at sunset. There's a view of the mall. Right back over there's your Dillards entrance, and there's kind of a peak over at Stephanie Street over there. We saw that one of our other videos, Stephanie Street Part 1. But yeah, usually I'm kind of consistent in sometimes gaining 10 pounds, and then I'm kind of motivated to now I gotta lock in and lose these 10 pounds. I think that's some good balance, but it's a dangerous game to play too, because for some reason, if I were to not get back on the horse and care about the diet, but now it's going to start to be really hard to come back from gaining, let's say, 20 pounds. So on the jog today, it's about it's 7:30 in the morning, and it's like 92 degrees out here. There's again your view of Stephanie Street. We see that in Stephanie Street Part 1. There's like the Target right over there, right? So if you want to see that is in a previous video, my last video. And right over here you got the Dillards for the mall. We got some other stuff outside the mall coming up. You're gonna have a view of Sunset Station off in the distance. There's a whole video on the inside of Sunset Station. I gotta do the outside of it as well, similar to this one. I tried filming the inside of the mall, and I just thought to myself, I'm gonna wait until school is back in session. I just felt like there was, you had families shopping with their kids, and I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna wait on this one. Plenty of other things to film in the area between now and probably mid-August. I feel like is when all these kids are going to be back in school. But all right, it's there in the distance. You got Sunset Station. Over here, we got some businesses on the outside of the mall. Over there's like your sign for Target on the other side of the street, Stephanie Street. We got a Vision Works right over here. Let me quickly get these hours for Vision Works. Vision Works going to be open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 7, Sunday 11 to 4. Walk-ins are welcome. And over here is, looks like they got their own eye doctor, optometrist. They're going to be here. Dr. Jean Garcia. They're going to be here Monday through Friday 9 to 6 or Saturday 9 to 6. Sunday they're closed. Let's continue back on. There's a view again of Stephanie Street, the Hobby Lobby, Longhorn Steakhouse. We checked all that out in Stephanie Street Part 1, but back to the look of the mall. Coming up here, we got some food options. This is called Baby Stacks. Baby Stacks Breakfast and Lunch Cafe. With the now open sign, maybe they're a new business. Let's check them out. Right across the way, we got a Blaze Pizza. And then something's advertising 5.11. Not sure what that is. Check out the Baby Stacks. Alright, here's Baby Stacks, breakfast and lunch. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2. Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 3. Don't have a good view of the inside. Well, that's alright, I'll have to come in there at some point and show you what the inside of Baby Stacks looks like. Just up ahead, we got the McDonald's on Stephanie Street. 24-hour drive-through for that. We saw that in that video. Over here is the 5.11. No idea what this place is. They're open 10 to 8, Monday through Saturday, Sunday 11 through 6. This kind of seems like a sports apparel type of store. And then there's kind of like the street view of 5.11 and Baby Stacks. Over on this side, we got a Navy Federal. Whoops. There's your Navy Federal. Let's see what they're about. Here's their hours. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Saturday 9 to 2, Sunday they're closed. You got ATMs outside, 2 of them. You got a customer utilizing them, so I don't want to film him, but it seems like a bank. And around the back side, hey, I mean, I'll show you this right here. This is Sunset Road. I have not taken you down Sunset Road yet. But Sunset Road is going to connect Stephanie Street and March Street, and it's gonna have that nice casino, Sunset Station, just up the road, where you can actually see it. So plenty in this area right here in the mall parking lot. We have an Ashley Furniture, Ashley Home Store, and there's a FedEx right here. Let's capture the FedEx hours. Right next to that Navy Federal. The FedEx hours, all right. Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 12 to 6. And, whoops, there I am. Yeah, let's check out the Ashley, and then I will circle back. Wanted to give you the quick look at. Oh, there's a sign too that says Sunset Station. I mean, all of those businesses over there on Sunset Road, they might be a part of, you know, that property of Sunset Station. Just a great shopping area between this mall, Sunset Station, Mark Street, Stephanie Street. You got a lot in the area out here. Again, there's a peek at Sunset Road. We'll do that soon. Trying to find the front of the Ashley's Home Furniture right now. Got some building over there. We'll figure what that is in just a moment. There's your look at Galleria Mall again. And here's the Ashley Home Store. Whoops again. Whoops for a third time. Jeez, I'm trying to, my apologies. There we go, jeez. I'm trying to show you the name of the store. In the sun, it's a little bit harder with the sunglasses to operate this camera. Here's the Ashley hours, 10 to 9, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 8 on Sunday. Right, I feel like Ashley Furniture might be like a nationwide type of place. I feel like they're in every state. Oh, and then you got the Blaze Pizza back here. Let's go back for that, and then right next to that Navy Federal, and then I'll continue along the path. I know I'm backtracking right now, but I don't want to miss out on Blaze Pizza, fast, fired. I never had Blaze Pizza before. Where is... Here we go. It says they're hiring. If you're looking for a job and these hours look good to you, Monday through, hey, every day of the week they're open from 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Blaze Pizza, which is also hiring. There's a sign for baby stacks. All right, let's get back on the path. Got my first, I mean, it's not even my first shift. I gotta go in for like some onboarding paperwork, maybe some training. I'm not sure. It's with the HR representative, and I mean, it's a sales job, so I feel like more of my training is gonna be with the manager. So I feel like there's a chance today is just like quick paperwork, but I gotta be in Las Vegas for that at 10 a.m. And before then, I'm trying to ask this girl out on a date. So I don't want to get too into that, but I'm gonna try to swing by where she works, drop off this pretty crafty idea. I'll get into more of that later in another video, maybe. I also don't, I may not, so it's all good. Right here is a West Texas chop house. They're advertising takeaway experience. Let's see what that's about. Again, there's your look at the other side of the street, Sunset Road. To talk about hand cut in-house, the West Texas Chop House. Again, just so you know, we're at Galleria Mall Drive and Sunset Road, pretty much right at the intersection of these two streets. I'm going to show you the other side of Sunset Road in future videos, but right now, showing you the West Texas experience. Here's their front, the front entrance. Business hours, Sunday 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday 3 to 10, Saturday 11 to 11. All right, you can see over here we have a Bank of America with the Sunset Station Casino sign right behind it in the background. Let's go check that out. Again, here's a look at your mall. We will go inside the mall in a future video once school's out, is the game plan. But there's a look, kind of your anchor stores right here, the Dillards and Kohl to the left, JCPenney's, Macy's, as well as the Dick's. We're going to be straight ahead if I continue that way. There's a look at your Kohls, a Cycle Gear, and there's like your Macy's. We might travel closer to the mall. I just wanted to show you these businesses that are on the outskirts as well in this video. Coming up on the Bank of America. You got an ATM outside, and here's your lobby hours, Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 2, and there's that. I think it's kind of odd how bank hours are 9 to 5 when working people are probably working 9 to 5. Makes it a little bit hard to get to the bank. I feel like the bank should almost be a night shift job. You know, maybe that's a terrible idea. All right, here's a Lazy Boy. Home furnishings and decor. I used to sell furniture back in Illinois, and crazy enough, to show the quality of our product, in the back room we had a sofa cut open in half. You could see the solid wood frame, the spring coil system. You could see just how it was crafted, and it was compared to a Lazy Boy sofa. Here's this Lazy Boy hours, Monday through Sunday 10 to 6, consistent hours there. But yeah, just kind of, we used to give customers kind of a good look at, hey, here's what we're doing, here's what competitors are doing, and yeah, that was that. Kind of just showing people the difference. All right, over here we got a FireStone. You can see this Sunset Station right in the background. Just that way you know how close in proximity all of these locations are. Let's check out the FireStone here. FireStone. They're going to be open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 8 to 5. Today is my friend Wyatt's birthday. Happy birthday, Wyatt. He's spending his birthday in this like kind of lake house area in Wisconsin. You know, he was talking about wanting to go to the NBA Hall of Fame at some point, which is like in rural Massachusetts, I think. And I was like, hey, let me know. I'm gonna run straight to the mall just so you see the mall entrance, and then I will come back and I'll show you like the Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff right here. I just want to run towards this mall, get you a good look at the entrance real quick. But yeah, maybe this trip in the future, I would love to like meet him out in rural Massachusetts and see that NBA Hall of Fame. I've went to the NFL Hall of Fame twice. I went once in both times I was in college. Once I think it was 2016. I went with my friend Shipley, last name type of guy. And that was a fun trip. I had a blast. And then I went again in 2018. It was the year that Randy Moss, Ray Lewis, those are the only names sticking out to me right now. I think Brian Dawkins was in that class. It was an epic Hall of Fame class. I went with my friend Steve. We saw the Hall of Fame game that year. Saw the speeches. I mean, it was awesome. And then I've never been back, and I don't know if I'll ever go back. At the time, you know, I was younger. All right, here we are at Galleria Mall. Here's the front entrance I wanted to show you. So it's right next to this JCPenney. It's right next to the Red Robin classic mall staple. Let's see if they're open for some mall walking right now. I know at the mall back home in Illinois, you'll have people walking the mall hours before any of the stores are even open. Oh, it looks like it is too. Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
All right, no worries. When does it open?
9.
9 to walk around?
Yeah.
And then the store is like 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'm glad I went in. Just make sure you heard that interaction, but the mall is not open for walking until 9 a.m. and then the store's open at 10. Here's the Macy's right over here. But, I mean, especially out here where it can be hot, I think it's important to have a nice, you know, maybe indoor fitness area without paying for a gym membership. I see plenty of people in Illinois walking the mall way earlier than an hour before the stores open. I'm going to be coming up on this Buffalo Wild Wings now. And over in the distance, I mean, I say I'm in between March Street and Stephanie Street. Over there, hey, that's the Joanne Fabrics, that's the Walker Furniture that's over on March Street. So we are really smack dab in the middle of Stephanie Street, which is over there, March Street, which is over there, across from Sunset Station and Sunset Road. And what a great area. But let's get to Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings for me the prime of it was being in high school, coming out to Buffalo Wild Wings to do fantasy football drafts with the friends from high school, going out to Buffalo Wild Wings to see the notorious Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey in her prime, right? That whole era. That was high school for me, where just being dropped off by your parents at Buffalo Wild Wings or getting a ride was the cool thing to do without even drinking beers. Literally just eating wings and watching sports is all it took to feel like, man, this is awesome. This is where it's at. I don't go back as much now, but I should. I still think the food's bomb. All right, over here there's like the direct entrance to Sunset Station. When I say across the way, I'm not lying. It's literally right across the way. We could be at the casino right now. But we've done that in a previous video. All right. I don't want to two-part this video, but I might have to because I got things to do this morning before work. We got payday loans, check city, check cashing. And is this the same place? This is saying RIA, money transfer, send money to Mexico. All right, here's the front. Okay, so here's the check cashing place. Check city. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 to 5. All right. And then there next to this swim school, Aqua Tots swim school. Connect with them at 702-941-7970, aqua-tots.com/Henderson. They're closed on Mondays, but they're open Tuesday 8:30 to 7:30, Wednesday 2 to 7:30, Thursday 8:30 to 7:30, Friday 8:30 to 8 p.m., Saturday 8 to 2, and Sunday 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Today is, again, a Monday. They're closed, but a lifeguard type of guy just walked in, so that's interesting. All right, and here's the Buffalo Wild Wings. Garlic Parmesan was always my go-to. I'm not seeing the hours up on the wall, but I am seeing a good amount of stores here. Again, I'm trying to wrap. It's 7:54 right now. I probably got to wrap this up by 8:15. That way I can get back to the crib, shower, and make another 15-minute drive. Get to work for this meeting. So we'll see how long this takes. This is not a night shift job. So pretty much all my videos now are going to be filmed in the morning before heading out to work. Alright, this is Wally Wombats. And then I'll find myself uploading the videos when I get back from work. This is Wally Wombats. No idea. Okay, it's looking like a kid place. It's open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. WallyWombats.com or 702-438-5900. All right, Wally Wombats. Check them out on your own. I felt like it was kid related. I didn't want to spend too much time looking inside. Here's the Hot Tub SuperStore. Hot Tub SuperStore. They're open from 10 to 6 on Monday. Call David on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 785-2022. And then Thursday through Saturday, 10 to 6. Sunday, 11 to 5. Hot tubs. Heard that's a lot of work. Heard that's a lot of maintenance if you're going to have a hot tub in your home. All right, right back over here. This is Nothing Bundt Cakes. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Saying they're the official cake of the summer. And the lemon raspberry is back. Bakery hours Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Sunday they're closed. Nothing Bundt Cakes is going to be right next to. Got a SuperClaw and a Sports Clips and then a Panera. So let's check out these places. Here we go. Connect with SuperClaw.com. New temporary hours Thursday through Sunday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Crane Games. Right next to the Sports Clips. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I mentioned before, I've never went inside of a Sports Clips or a Super Cuts or nothing like that. No appointment necessary. All right, but if that's your jam, come on out. And we are here next to the Panera. This is Panera Bread. Let's back up for a second. Here we are. They got to be open early because we got some customers that were just leaving. New summer hours are 6:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. All right, and over here, I love Kickboxing.com. Which is weird because that's a website for a store name. Their door's open. You don't want to. There's no one in there. There's like a very quick peek. I think their hours are inside of the door that's open, so I don't want to go inside today. But Thrive Kickboxing is at 1:30. I think this is Galleria Mall Drive. All right. Right next door to them. Right next door is Love for Nails. Love for Nails is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday, 10 to 5. Give them a call at 702-451-5542. They accept walk-ins. They have waxing, acrylic nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing. And over here is KungFu Noodle, Chinese fresh hand pulls noodle house. That sounds good to me. Let's check that out. Business hours Monday, Friday, and Sunday, 11 to 9:30. Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m. Open for dine-in or take-out. And here's the phone number, 702-463-8885. All right, and they are going to be next to, oh, this is a great combination. You got the Boba place right next to the Chinese place. #1 Boba Tea. Business hours 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Oh, yeah. Here's what we're talking about. Love to see all the, this right here is just music to my eyeballs. Seeing all the different boba flavors. Man, this looks bomb. I had no idea this was out here. I mean, prices too. I mean, a $6.50 for a 32 ounce. 2 flavors, $7.50 for a 32 ounce. I would love to come try some of that boba. It's been a while since I had Boba Tea. Alright, I don't think I've had Boba Tea in Vegas at all. Makes me kind of miss home. The Good Feet store. Here we have hours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give them a call at 702-331-7787. There's a little inside look at the Good Feet store. Nice shaded area though right here. I'm kind of hoping there's not too many outdoor businesses on the way back or halfway through this mall. I can kind of just run through it. All right, here's a big sign for Plato's Closet. I'm pretty sure this is like a resale shopping area. Plato's, the store is for sale. Holy cow. Our store is looking for a new owner. If you're interested, give them a call. 866-595-0053. Got this Plato's Closet that's for sale. They're open from 10 to 9. Monday through Friday, Saturday 10 to 9. Sunday 11 to 6. But if you own that store, maybe you get to change the hours of operation. Who knows? This could be a good business opportunity for someone. All right. Here I have the Las Vegas Hologram Experience. Whoops, let me back out so you can see that. It sounds pretty cool. No idea what that means. And no idea if they're even open. Las Vegas Hologram Experience MDL Group. Yeah. 702-388-1800. And the doors look pretty black with no hours on it. I think they are closed. Let's see the quick peek though. Oh, yeah, they look not open. I would say they look not open to me. But all right. Over here we have this Macy's, all right? And then we have a look at Walker Furniture, but that is the back of the store from March Street, all right? That's March Street that you're looking at. There's a video on that. If you want to see more on March Street, please check out part 1. That's going to be the side of the street where you see businesses like Walker Furniture. The Joann's Fabrics is closed. They're not open anymore. But I do have some businesses on the front part of the mall too that I might have to save for another video to show you. I just don't know if I have the time to film this today. I got a story too. Sometimes this heat just reminds me of being in a sauna. Not right now, because it's only like 95, I would say, but when it's 107, when it's 113, it reminds me of this one time when I was coaching wrestling and we had a team trip to, over here they have Macy's curbside pickup. We had a team trip to Penn State, and Penn State is one of the best wrestling programs there is, right? And our coach, he's that guy. I mean, you could tell this guy had all the connections. He just knew how to talk to people, make you feel good talking to you, knew your name. I feel like this coach was able to turn a wrestling program into like how a 1970s Chicago Italian family might operate, if you catch my drift. But just a good team vibe, right? So that type of positive mentality is probably infectious, and we're at the Penn State camp, and this guy's like, hey, you guys want to come check out, get a workout in our weight room and use the facilities? All right, so over here, whoops, sorry. There's, again, your Costco that's on March Street, all right? We saw all of this, March Street Part 1. But back to this. So we get invited to like use the weight room, which is pretty cool, working out in the Penn State weight room. And afterwards, the guy's like, yeah, you guys want to hit the sauna? Right? And this is that like dry heat, super dry, like the wooden floors, that like eucalyptus smell. There's your Ditch Sporting Goods. And at the time I'm wearing contacts, and I'm sitting in this room, and I can tell you it was hot. It was not comfortable. It was super hot. And I felt like my contacts were like melting to my eyes. I mean, okay, that over here too, these buildings, these are called the Croix. Croix. And I can tell because the Costco's right there. And I ran down the path from like Galleria Drive onto March Street, and I think these are townhomes. It's called the Croix though. Check that out, or it's in part 1 of my March Street video. But yeah, so I'm sitting in this room, super uncomfortable, super hot. The contacts are melting to my eyes. And I'm just waiting for the opportunity to like leave, I don't want to be the first guy to be like, man, it's hot in here, I'm gonna get out, right? And you got this Penn State coach who's like talking to our coaching staff, and you got this one guy who, he's a head wrestling coach at a high school now, so I'm sure the knowledge was important for him and good for him. But this guy, anytime I thought we were about to get out, would hit this Penn State coach with another question. And I was like, oh my God, because I'm dying in this room. And I'm thinking that the next thing that's going to be said is, all right, hey, that was great, let's move on to the next thing. And this coach is like, tell me what you would do in this scenario. Holy, I was like, guys, I'm sorry, but my contacts are just sticking to my eyes. I gotta hop out. And they were like, oh yeah, you should have just said something, should have just said something for sure, right? But I'm just not trying to seem rude. I'm not trying to seem like I wasn't equally as interested in what the coach was sharing, which I was. I just felt like, when you are seemingly struggling for your health, it's hard to absorb some of that knowledge. So there's times where I'm on the heat here, and it makes me think about being in that sauna with the wrestling coaches. All right, over there you had the food court entrance, and you got the JCPenney entrance right over there. And then again, these are those buildings, those homes that I'm pretty sure are known as the Croix. All right, we're pretty much back to the start because you got the Kohls over there. And then remember, I'm gonna go inside all of these places. This mall, I'll give you a good mall walkthrough. It's not gonna be though until these kids are back in school. I just don't want to be, dealing with any, the channel gets big time 2 years from now and I got some parent complaining about a video from August 2026 of, hey, my kid's in the background of your mall video, right? So maybe I'm paranoid, but I've also worked in education for more than 6 years. I coached from 2016 until 2026. Started coaching as a 19-year-old, stopped coaching as a 29-year-old, and you just never know about how parents can be, I'll tell you that. Over here, we got the Daniel J. Othur DMD Family Dentistry Galleria Orthodontics. So you got a lot of things here. Children's Dentistry Galleria Pediatric. So there's that building right there. You also have let's see. This is called Bourbon Street Sports Bar. Gaming and Spirits. This is saying 24 hours. Pretty cool. You get the 24-hour spot. No need to go check out the hours when the sign already tells us. Alright, real quick. I'm kind of pushing it on time right now. It's 8:12. I want to be done with this by 8:15 so I can get home and shower up and get along to work and the rest of the plans. But real quick, let me just show you what we got over here. I'd rather not two-part this video in iMovie if I don't have to. Alright, here we got the Qualey Law Group. Qualey Law Group. They're going to be right next to Stephen P. Hahn DDS. Don't know what that means. You got, you know what, I might have to do this in the second part. The Nevada Critical Care Consultants, and underneath it is Excelsia Injury Care. I don't want to short these businesses and not show their hours and not give them the full Marco Henderson, everything on Vegas suburbs treatment. So I guess I am going to stop the video here, and we'll continue this in a part 2. But for the viewers, it'll look like just one continuation. Yeah, there's seemingly a good amount of, these are like your office buildings type of thing, but I don't want to not show them in detail. This could be people's jobs that they might move out here for, let's just say. So I don't want to gloss over it. Alright, we'll continue this video in just a moment. Well, for you guys, it'll be just a moment. For part 1, best of luck, health, and happiness, YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll get the continuation of all this stuff here tomorrow, and this video will be uploaded shortly after. Take care.